Get there and watch the guy dump his skateboard in the street and just walk over there and get it while cars are coming. Don't care if you hold cars up or not.
Well, we're not trying to hold cars up.
So what should we do? Should we arrest you guys?
And that's when the police officers get frustrated because we've had to tell them that if it's against the law that they have to move on. You know, we're not trying to hassle anyone, we're just trying to enforce the law.
Kids can be just skateboarding and, get in trouble for traffic violations, criminal charges. It's all amazing. Have a felony on your chart for just doing your hobby.
But it is frustrating that we don't have anywhere to tell the young kids or even young adults or whatever where they can go and do it safely.
Everyone always tells us to go skate somewhere else, but there's becoming to be less and less somewhere else's. So eventually there's going to be nowhere else to go.
Say in Rehoboth Beach, in the summertime we can have on a weekend 40 to 50,000 people, and on busy weekends 80 to 90,000 people. We don't want anybody that's visiting as well as the skateboarders. We don't want anybody injured.
Some people say we don't deserve a skate park, but if there's any area that needs one, it's here.
But there's other issues that we need to look at too, is liability. Do you need somebody there to sign waivers? Do you have somebody that we hired full-time to watch over the park, to say who can go in and can't, and all that? So those are all things that would have to be looked at.
When anybody hears the word skate park, they always think of liability as a big issue. But a few years back when Smyrna built their park, they were able to overcome that problem.
One of the issues that the town of Smyrna was experiencing was kind of resurgence, if you will, the interest in skateboarding among young people in town. Prior to having a designated place for them to skate, they were using the handrails at the bank and kind of anywhere else, as well as skating in the street. We've had almost no problems with those kinds of skateboarding activities since the skateboard park is open. The most you see now is, a skateboarder on his or her skateboard heading to the skateboard park. We've had some difficulties with vandalism, but all in all, I think it's a success. It certainly is one of the most widely used of our recreation facilities. So far, we've had the good luck. Nobody's been seriously hurt in the 5 years that the skateboard park's been open. But liability was a question that was raised early on in our efforts, and we sat down with the town's insurance carrier and basically said, this is another recreation activity. It's no different than providing a basketball court or a tennis court or the beach that we use for swimming or whatever. And our insurance carrier determined that we were covered by the same liability coverage that covers all the recreation activities. There was nothing unique about skateboarding to make it difficult. So I would strongly suggest that whoever Rehoboth's general liability carrier is, the agent for the town, be consulted early about liability. If we were to do it differently, I think I would maybe try and create a little bit more variety in the kinds of equipment we've got. I'm very pleased with it, very pleased by the way it's been used, and I think it's been a success all the way.
Smyrna had a big success, but just building a park doesn't mean it's going to solve the problem.
If you're going to spend the money, you definitely want to make sure you get some skaters' input in the plan. Because the worst thing that could happen is that you spend all this money on a skate park that you just kind of threw together, and the skaters end up not liking it and never skating it. If the spots in the park aren't as interesting as the ones in the street, then me and my friends would rather just skate the street than go to the park. So what we really need are spots that are modeled after real ones out in the street, so we'll come to the park instead of going out skating where everyone doesn't want to skate.
There's just no point making a park that's not even based on street spots. Kids won't like it.
Here in Rehoboth Beach, I think it would be very hard to put a skate park downtown near the boardwalk and where the crowds are because of property value. Where do you put it at. I will say yes, there is a need because I'm constantly getting kids from other towns asking me, where can we skateboard?
Skating has become so much more popular recently that we definitely need a park in the area.
You know, as we've been sitting here talking about skate parks, the biggest thing that I would like to see if we come up with a skate park somewhere in the Lewes, Rehoboth area is that it's done professionally and safely, that everyone can enjoy, because as I was saying earlier, park recreation is for everyone.
Just by building a good, free park, the whole community will benefit.
You don't see kids who play football not playing football. You don't see kids who play sports basically not playing their sport. Skateboarding's my sport. That's what I do. That's what I am.